Hello, YouTubers. It's Demetrius, and I'm back. I know I wasn't active in a little while. I've been a little busy, and see so much craziness going on. I feel I want to get it off my chest. And before I will talk about it, just let you know, in 2 weeks from tomorrow, I'll be turning 24 years old. 24 years of making progress in my life. And I wouldn't get this far without the people who supported me all the way to right now. The one main chemical is love and support. It's the same for you guys as well. And we know, as humans, we should cherish our lives, no matter what. Always try to break down barriers, no matter what the cost. Try to get things together without having a loss of moment in a second, or anything that can happen to you in a negative way. I don't want you to be stuck in the negative, because what I'm going to talk about is that dealing with those mindsets. Now, the title that I bring it up, those are the toxic that is dividing us, destroying us, consuming people with it. And because of that, they really want to hold back the weak ones. The video that I'm speaking of, it's all those things that is going on in the world. Bigotry, violence, hatred, bullying, sexism, racism, discrimination, extremism, and phobia. I'll take this really personal, not just as a human being, but every time I see someone being treated like dirt, it sickens me. Most of the people being treated so dirt or hardly is mostly in LGBT communities. Now back then, the African Americans were treated horribly. Our ancestors from Africans been captured and been taken away from their home country in Africa and been treated like slaves in here. Well, that mindset is still going on here. From those who really try to let using the past try to determine the future that I mentioned a couple of videos ago. And that's something that we need to fight against. We cannot let those mindsets get the best of them, or try to have us put down because of their hate. Let's start off with bigotry. Bigotry, we know, is the mindset that people don't want to see it change. They want to see it still it is. And as I mentioned last year, and I mentioned a couple of years ago, that last year that the Supreme Court Justice ruled that the marriage equality, the same-sex marriage, is under the 14th Amendment. That being said, there's nothing any state can do. But a lot of people still consider that the marriage is considered to be one man and one woman. That's because that's in the beliefs of the religion, mostly particularly in the Christianity, what they say in the textbook. If I were taught to God, he should know he had to move on just like us. He cannot stay in the same mindset, because guess what? That's causing problems right now. A lot of people really try to fight it off, but guess what? We supporting the future. We supporting the change. That kind of status quo is exactly what is causing so much problems in the first place. Treating other people like second rate, or try to hold them down because they think they're better than the others. And like I said, we're human, and we call them out because this is not the attitude we should not have in this world. Next, violence. Violence. There's zero tolerance when it comes to violence. From domestic violence or terrorism or any kind of form, there's zero tolerance of it. We don't know what make people promotes that kind of violence. Particularly, as I mentioned about bigotry, for those like holding them like slaves, and ever since the civil rights and all, hate groups like the Ku Klux Klan try to destroy everything that the African Americans try to bring, most particularly in the South. Try to harm them, try to break them. Whatever their frustration is, they want to lash out on the others. That's more like a coward and scumbags. And I see them piece of waste of space, of human flesh. And that's one thing I really disapprove of. The third one is hatred. I see a lot of videos, I see a lot of comments, I see a lot of politicians. Those are against the LGBT. I don't know what's going on in their minds. I guess they follow their beliefs. They said homosexuality considered to be a sin. That's what it says in the textbook. Same thing with other Islam though. But like I said, what do they ever do to them in the first place? They don't got the right to hate on them because they're different. They don't got the right because of who they are or what their appearance is. Jealousy? Because that kind of rage is what hatred is, what is inciting violence in here and all. The next one is more critical one, bullying. As we all know, this is really critical. Most of the targets of bullying is kids. Kids can be bullied physically, emotionally, mentally, overall. And we know parents need to address this bullying. But it's not just the kids, also adults as well. Also particularly politicians when it comes to power. When it comes of treating others because you felt like you like to. You think that was funny, but it's not because you really hurt them. And I ask them, what it feels like somebody did to you. They'll get the same treatment. What goes around comes around. But the worst case scenario is that ever since social media comes in, whatever someone photoshopped that particular photo or something, and went viral, everybody picks on the victim. It's not the victim's fault. Whoever did this, they should be ashamed of themselves. And as those picking on the victim, they should be ashamed of themselves as well. And I feel ashamed of them as well because you got no right to pick on someone who you even know. And hope that when you see the airways, guess what? You feel regret. See how somebody did you or anyone. Next, I'll take this real personal on that one. Sexism. You're discriminating on the other sex. What I see in this world We are human, yes. But in this world, equal rights, gender rights. 50% men, 50% women. A lot of people make a lot of misreading, misinterpreting the text of certain religion. A lot of them have in common. They hold women back. They hold them back big a lot. You know the Adam and Eve, the one doing the sin much as women, so they're going to be treated horribly. That is something that's really profound and unacceptable. Of treating women like crap, like pigs or dogs. That's not how they are. In fact, the way the women work their ass off day in, day out, they get the same opportunity as men. Now I believe in you everywhere else. Equal pay leave, equal child care leave, parental leave, material parental leave. Because they work hard as same as men. I don't know why the opposing group don't want that. Because they think that they don't want to be better than a woman. They don't want to be outpowered by the woman. I say that they're sexist. And they're really promoting it. They say that they're playing women's card. Women's card, deal with it. Deal with it. Because guess what? They doing the same environment as us. No matter what. But also to take it personal in the Middle East. Mostly in the Muslim areas to the Taliban. The whole woman out. Every time a woman stands up, fight for education or something. Some jackass really got the nerve to try to kill her. At least we all refer she survived, and that's all. The forces, army force, capture those Nimrods. They got what they deserve. It's a good thing. People are standing up for human rights, equal rights. Because everybody really has the same opportunity. It's just like men does. Because we're fighting for it. And I cannot let any prophecies or beliefs get in the way, because that's what caused it. The second one I took real personal is racism. I'm an African American. Like I said, my family, my ancestors go all the way into 1800s, Charleston, South Carolina. And I've been born and raised in Philadelphia. I don't treat anyone like second rate because of color of their skin or their race or their ethnicity. I get along with everybody from different countries or those who live in the U.S. The problem's going on is, like I said, it's similar like sexism. But racism is much also worse. In worse category, in its own category. As I mentioned about the KKK or any hate groups, they really try to pull them down like that. At the same time, even going on right now in other forms, from criminal justice to working environment or making money, businesses, or environment they live in. Because this is really critical. Because nobody don't want to be treated differently because of where they are, where they're from, or the color of their skin. Everybody has the same opportunity, like I said, about equality. And those who stand up for racism, to call out those who promoted it, because we know those who are promoted will get the consequences. I take seriously president against those who are a different race. I get along with couples where interracial. One of them be Asian, the other one be black, or white, European, or Brazilian, Colombian, Europe. Who knows? It doesn't matter. Any nationality, any race. Nobody will be treated differently because of their race. All of this is also under discrimination. I have zero tolerance to discrimination whatsoever. I have zero tolerance against anybody with different race, their gender, or their sexual orientation. And again, thank goodness, I am able to bring up this kind of video because I take this personally. To those who are promoting discrimination, those who are promoting hate, I say shame on you. Because if you don't change your way before you die, don't call me. Because that's what you get. Karma's a bitch. Now so are you. Discrimination may be one of them. Discrimination they're really promoting. But there are others. Here's the other two. That is also really going on. Extremism. Now currently, every religion always have rivals. It's not just Islam. Now currently in the U.S. we're fighting against ISIS and Al-Qaeda. As I just found out that Al-Qaeda was born when Al-Qaeda was born when a lot of the Islamists, probably in Egypt or something, in the 60s. And they really had it. They really tried to take the extreme. And that's what comes Al-Qaeda right now. Now ISIS is being also created from some remnant of the Al-Qaeda, but also certain other groups. Reform them is what they come where they are right now. Try to bring their version of Islam to other world by promoting violence. Like I said, they misinterpret, they misreading, and they put it the wrong way. Islam is not the only religion that being radicalized. That have people being radicalized. Even Christianity mentioned it. As I mentioned it, that I have zero tolerance to discrimination against the LGBT. At the latest, I'm really stunned the hypocrisy of those who are against the LGBT. All the laws, all the comments they make against them, treating them like trash, treating them like they are pedophiles or something. They're not pedophiles, like I said. They are human, like us. It can be happening to us as well. Even so, there are people who are raising those kind of attacks against them. And I said shame on them. But when they die, they can rot in hell. Because I don't care about them anyway. Because they're the one bringing it. They're the one promoting it. They're the one bringing the toxin of it. And we need to extinguish it. Last but not least, phobia. Everybody has phobias. But when you bring hate against a certain religion or a certain group, such as homophobia, Islamophobia, or xenophobia. You're going to get not just right now the LGBT, the Muslims, Mexicans, or any other immigrants, and you feel that they're going to do something harm. That's BS. Because everybody knows the U.S. is a home free. A lot of chances is available. Yeah, scumbags that really don't want to share their thing into for the others. Really have the opportunity. But because of that mindset, that complete fear or something, because I bring fear, they try to promote any kind of forms of it, or any kind of vote. That is not only human violations, but also unconstitutional. The thing is that each and every topic that I bring it up has one thing in common. And I notice it, easily notice it when I'm watching shows, watching the news, the media. All the one thing in common: politics. I told a lot of people, including my brother, don't let politics get the best of you. Well, it turns out I was right. Because right now we're trying to make sure to extinguish the fire. Yet there are those who try to fuel more into the fire and make it harder to extinguish it. We see those who alienate the Muslims. Like I said, the people who really bring such hate into each other is because of politics. Because of scumbags who say all those things on television. They make question those said the people. The question of who they are. They start hating each other. That's where a lot of it promotes so much trouble that's been going on. Most of it particularly bullying, violence, sexism, and racism. Even bigotry. A lot of people don't want to change. Some people don't want to change. But a lot of them do because they know the errors. Because they really want to have power. Everybody has a lot of pride in their country. Like I said, the pride is one of the seven deadly sins. Don't get the best of it because it'll be your downfall. When you alienate people who are different from you, you're not bringing the world together. What they're doing is bringing the world to the ground. Dividing us, turning against each other. They'll end up in a violence. They'll end up murder or being injured. All because of politics. And it's a never-ending story unless everybody has to stand up to it. You know, that was mindset that really influenced a lot of people because of politics. And right now, I see a lot of information in 30 years. From 1985 to 1985 to 2016 now. Try to fix things up, but things have been failed. Everything's still the same. But more mass shootings are being committed. Committed those who have the mindset of hatred. mindset of pausing carnage by the use of the gun. Most particularly the semi-automatic or the automatic gun rifles. I'm saying in the U.S. particularly, be honest. When I look at the Constitution, it's nothing more than a tool. And ever since the Second Amendment is really critical. I mean, the right to bear arms for the militia now is extended to the people. But there are loopholes. There's a double edge. We now know those who been law-abiding can also do those kind of those who are law-abiding citizens, but having that kind of mindset that I mentioned earlier can cause that kind of damage. Our job as citizens is to make sure have our country safer and much peaceful of each other, no matter who they are, where they're from, what sexuality. And it's not going to end until we get rid, until we clean up those, deal with those people who have those mindsets. And as far as politics goes, those who really promoting it, those who are not doing anything about these mass shooting issues, I'll say to them, do you really care about us Americans? Do you really care about other people who really need help? Do you really care about the families and friends of the victims being killed by gun violence? Do you really care about everybody and anybody who elected you into the office? The way I see it is that you don't give a damn about us. You don't give a damn about the children. You don't give a damn about seniors. You don't give a damn about the middle class. You don't give a damn about any other victims. Well, not just the color of my skin or any other forms, but also LGBT. And for those who promote that kind of hatred because you're using the texture of the religion, you should be ashamed of yourself. Because I know that humans can be evolved. And I say to myself personally, and maybe I also talk to the guy himself, that he has to move on as well and evolve on it as possible. Because in the Bible, what's going on from that text, is what causing that a lot of people bring that mindset of hate. The mindset of bigotry. The mindset of those who really want to cause so much damage to those who are disagreeing with them, or disagreeing with God, or that's what they say in their interpretation. No one has the right to judge other people because of who they are, where they're from, who they love. Nobody has a right to treat women like second-rate dogs or pigs. Because that's not how humans are supposed to be. I guess those who have a lot of power, who have a lot of money, they can get away with it. Well, guess what? At the end of the day, what goes around comes around. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this. If you really don't care about anybody, including myself, then why do you care about yours? Because we know that at the end of the day, when your time is up, don't come up to help. You brought yourself into this. Karma's a definitely a bitch. And we know that there are consequences based on the decisions that people have to make. I know I make the right decisions to stand up for those who need the help. Stand up for those who really try to make a difference. And fight against those who really try to keep the status quo. Fight against those who don't want to have women equal rights. Fight against those who don't want the LGBT equal rights as well. Fight those who are promoting this kind of mindset. This hate mindset that has been going on for centuries. Even millenniums. I'm gonna take a real sec because I'm not gonna stand to see my country running down to the ground. And it's not just my country, the USA. So other worlds. Those countries, they need to rethink of what they say in their text, of their beliefs. Because the misinterpretation is what got so much problems going on. Killing the people who are gay. Like I said in previous videos. They're using that are considered monsters. And it's the same thing for those who have that mindset as well. And you know that monster can be slayed out. If anything happens, if anything with this mindset happens, if anybody who has negative mindsets, if anything happens to you in your life online, don't call me. You got yourself to this. Now you have to pay the price. And you pay the price when you go to the afterlife. Tell Satan. Tell Satan say hello. And tell them your actions got where you are. And that's my take. I'm Dimitri. That's my take. I'm Dimitri.